Hope I don't look stupid.
I know I look stupid.
Why?
My pigtails look stupid.
Pigtails look beautiful.
Oh, good burp. Hello.
Hi guys.
Long time no see.
We've been busy.
How you doing? Been a little bit busy.
Let's get down to busy. Firstly, we might tell you about our up and coming trip. And if you don't care about that, you can go forward on the timestamp to us talking about this lens. So, yeah, stay or go forward. It's up to you. So let's welcome to the channel a new member, a new Patreon member.
He's not a Patreon member, he doesn't contribute financially.
Yeah, he takes from the Patreon.
He's the cheapest
that we
baby
don't
ever.
have.
Trying to give us a little baby.
Yeah, he likes the dribble, as you can see.
Yeah, a lot.
And
Hey.
yeah, he's
Tuck.
our little friendy friend.
My little nugget. Yeah, where we're going. We're going in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
In 1 day. We are not prepared enough yet, but anyway,
No.
it's a side note. We're going to Japan, finally, after not 3 years, is it? 20, 21, 22.
It'll be close to 3 years.
It is 3 years.
Yeah.
2020, 2021, 2022. Yeah, it's 3 years and a bit. I have to count on my fingers.
And we're super excited. And it's going to be a once in a lifetime trip for a specific reason, is that we're insane enough to bring
All
how
4
many
children.
kids?
4.
Yes.
3 adolescents and an infant.
Yeah, it's insane. We know. You don't have to tell us.
And
But you can if you want to. We've all learned a bit of Japanese over COVID until now. Especially the kids, they've even learned to read and write it. I can't do that. I'm a little bit, dare I say, conversational. But yeah, we're just gonna have fun with it. I think we're doing pretty good. The kids
are doing really well, you're doing really well.
When you're like older and you have this parallel and you see how young people can learn a language, and of course they're evolutionarily designed to learn a language, my age, you just feel like a bucker. Doesn't stop me from trying,
Yeah, it's good for your brain to learn something new.
I'm stubborn. And yeah, where are we going?
We're flying into Tokyo, and then we're only staying in Tokyo for like 1 night and a day to show the kids a very brief bit of Tokyo, and then we are getting an RV and driving around some parts of central Japan.
I'll take it.
What are you doing?
I'll take it. We can have a little stand up.
Hakone, Mount Fuji, up through Nagoya, and then out west.
Yeah, we planned to go all the way up to Yamagata, but it's just too far and there's too much to do on the way, and we don't want to kind of skip things and spend too much of it in an RV when we could be just really getting to know some of these places.
And a lot of it, I think, if we find something that we like, there's no really tight plan, because we're in an RV, we can sleep wherever we find ourselves that night. We're not booking anything in terms of accommodation, like camping sites, before we go, so that we're not bound to being anywhere by, that was a big drib, being anywhere by any certain time. So, yeah, but we're there for 3 weeks. It's going to be an epic adventure, which we are incredibly excited for. It's been down to the wire. We've had trouble getting the big kids' passports, and it's been pretty stressful trying to figure out whether or not we can actually do it.
We still don't have them in our possession right now. I hope you enjoy the videos we make, and yeah, it's going to be super fun to film them, be there and edit them, and hope you enjoy too. This is a new lens that we've got for the trip. I'll go through 10 points why you might want to consider this for your full frame. Why would I put an APS-C lens on a full frame camera though? Good question. Well, for a start, is like, look at the size. I know they've brought out a 16 to 35 similar one with the power zoom. This one's 10 to 20, which is like equivalent of a 15 to 30. That much zoom in something that weighs 167 grams is really cool. And as I recommend, put a UV filter so that you can just, no lens caps, no lens hoods, you can just, so these two will be, this is stay on the A7 S3, which we're filming on now. This Tamron 28 to 200, which I barely used anything else. This worked fantastically in Seoul, and I want to use that again. Not even taking prime lenses for that camera because the ISO is great. Even at night, this is plenty fine. Second point with this, is the full frame sensor used? I think so. On my test that I've done, I think you're getting the benefits of the full frame sensor and the ISO performance that you get, which is a bit better on a full frame lens than an APS-C lens. Second reason, if you're doing video, 4K is good enough. The APS-C mode, it's like as good as the, that's okay. It's kind of similar image to the A7 S3. You could put it on a FX30 if you got one of them. But I'm not sure if the rolling shutter is as good as full frame, and all the other APS-C cameras there not as good in terms of rolling shutter compared to something like this. Yeah, third, much lighter than the full frame 16 to 35 equivalent. That's just too big for me, and I like using this on a gimbal. As you can see with the plate here, doesn't get used too much without the gimbal, this camera. When I'm not using the gimbal, I like to use the A7C. Fourth reason, yeah, perhaps it's better handling, perhaps it's better balance on an A7C. It's as light as a prime. A full frame, small prime. Yeah, it only goes down to F4, but we kind of want that. F4 is better for travel most of the time, especially when you're in a place as beautiful as Japan and you want to see the country. I've done videos about that in the past. Check that out if you want more of an explanation why. Yeah, bokeh is bad on travel videos. Less distortion than non-Sony camera lenses. Oh, you like this, don't you?
I'll take it. Thank you. Thanks, Dad.
You like that
Can I
one?
have it?
Oh, yes. Let me see the quality of the viewfinder. Oh, it's not very good. F4 on an APS-C lens, what does that equate to? Like, what, F7.1 or something on full frame? But we want people, if they're a bit behind the lens or there could be Japanese people walking around us, we want them in focus. So you walk in a bit of shadow and you put it on shutter priority like we do, you won't see them. And we want to see people. We want to see not just us. It's kind of like making the vlog not so much about you. It's not just about the focal length. It's also about the aperture. 8, 15 to 45. This rocker, it kind of links in with clear image zoom, and so you get an effective range of 15 to 45 millimeters. And that's pretty much all you need on a gimbal. Have used a little bit higher than that, but you need to be super precise, and it's not really practical. 9, it's very sharp. I know the old one, people might say that's a better one to use with full frame, the 10 to 18, because you don't need to use the APS-C mode as much. You can just zoom into 12.
He's rocket launching.
That's okay. That has OSS, so that might be better on an APS-C camera, but this lens is a lot sharper than that lens. It's a modern lens. 10 doesn't change the shape when you zoom it in and out. And the 3 downsides I can think of this lens is, 1, kind of have to swap lenses at night, because I wouldn't recommend this one at night, because you need a bit more aperture than 7.1 equivalent. Kind of feel a bit about getting a full frame camera and not utilizing that whole sensor, or even though I kind of think it does. It's just like a smaller aperture, but yeah, there's that kind of feeling, which I get. And lastly, pictures. It's not good for pictures. It'll go down to 10 megabyte, and yeah. But we can always swap them. Really easy to get a composition when it's 28 to 200. It's good, eh, baby? We're walking. We're walking to Japan. We're not taking the plane.
Wish us luck taking 4 children on an airplane for 8 hours.
We're gonna need it. It's really insane. And a baby to boot.
I know. And he's a sensitive guy.
Yeah. He's not an easygoing baby, but he's plenty of fun and does super good smiles.
You'll see our faces like when we arrive, whether or not we've coped.
Yeah, see you guys there.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.